Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jaredrand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, November 20, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We're having a reverse-aging health call and all the rest tomorrow night, Friday, after 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Now make sure you're in a comfortable position. No outside distraction. Relaxed into your body. Still as a statue. Focused on your breath. Rising and falling. Once you confine yourself to the ever-present moment, you become totally complete, whole, healed, just as you are. Of course, we're talking about now. The greatest pleasure in this life comes from surrendering to what is here now. Within this moment is the transformation from a life of trying, doing, and achieving into purely being. Right now, you can have all the good feelings, love, and joy you can imagine. It is all right here, right now, available within your mind, body. You have a personal, unlimited source of pleasure inside you right now. And the amount of pleasure you can experience has no limit and is always available for your enjoyment. And this ultimate gold mine of a discovery is found within the deepest realm of your innermost being. The normal pleasures that you're used to experiencing every day happens out of a cause and effect situation. For example, when a delightful thing occurs on the outer world, like your favorite ice cream, then a new experience manifests within your inner world. Taste buds are bursting with joy. Anytime you purchase something you think will make you happy, you get a few moments of pleasure and satisfaction, then merely fall back into the seeking for more of it from another source in the outer world. Whether it is a compliment, smile, a funny email, or a hug, you've been conditioned to find the source of pleasure that is outside of your physical body. The illusion that pleasure is found out there is truly a delusion that makes one powerless, dependent, and a slave to the advertising industries around the world. We invite you to end the endless searching outside of yourself for quick happiness, fixes. It's time you learn how to free your mind and tap into an outrageous amount of pleasure from within your body-mind at any time you desire. First step to learning the sacred discovery is learning how to welcome this moment of your life as the most special, sacred moment of all. Your mind is the only thing blocking you from fully being here now. To start accessing unlimited pleasure, drop the mind. Open up to a state of infinite being. Start with accepting the truth that you are not just this body filled with blood and bones, that has a constant flow of thoughts pouring through it. You are consciousness itself. And when the experience, within this experience, you'll find you are a soul that does not die. Relax into this message so that it reaches every atom in your body-mind. Let it absorb into your being at a cellular level in this very moment of your life. The more you can relax into it, more open, spacious, and loving this moment becomes. Rest deeply, and this universal truth will help set you free. The ultimate pleasure within you comes naturally to you on its own accord. It cannot be forced or manipulated to occur. In fact, quite the opposite is true. It happens effortlessly when you are resting deeply, simply being with everything that is. When you are deeply at peace, totally relaxed with yourself, your life, and everything and everyone in it, just as they are right now. Massive pleasure arises. These things do not have to change for you to find peace inside you. You have full permission to relax and allow life to be the way it is right now. Nothing needs to happen so that you can relax deeper. You can simply choose to let go of the mind's struggle, to change everything and consciously choose to slow down, turn your attention within, and look deeper inside yourself. This is what you haven't truly done yet. It is the doorway to letting ultimate pleasure come flooding in. The deeper you can dive within yourself, the easier it is to see, feel, and explore the divinity within your being. You can only know others as intimately as you know yourself. And the more open you are to experiencing everything that is inside you, no matter how ugly, depressing, angry, or shameful it is, the more joy, pleasure, and bliss can enter your being. Those who cry hard can laugh even harder. Whatever uncomfortable feeling you discover inside you is just a feeling, and it's going to change with time. You might as well experience it while it's there, because the more you resist and avoid it, the more it tends to stick to you. The more you allow for whatever experience you're having right now, the more you turn into the great pleasure vessel that you are. There is nothing more important than finding peace within yourself. You'll merge with the ever-flowing eternal river of good feeling, infinite love, eternal peace, and total freedom when you finally come to rest at the core of your being. Learn to sit quietly in silence. Meditate for long periods of time on stillness. When you dive inside yourself and only find a city of various lunatic personalities living in one big madhouse without any doors, this is a good sign. You are simply resurfacing old, abandoned garbage, cleaning house, and clearing away the emotional muck that wasn't taken to the local dump and not the recycling center. Permanent bliss that you are is inside and beneath this enlightening pile of junk within. Your inner mess can distract you or motivate you, all depending on your approach to it. So let it inspire you to dive straight into the core of your being. Do not stop to be drained and entertained by any broken, angry, victimized, heartless houses inside you. Look in their cellars and notice what's underneath at the foundation of your being. Once you dig deep enough, wait long enough, you'll strike a small vein of satisfaction within and never be the same again. When you discover that which is truly real, satisfying, and everlasting inside your core, it's very hard to become addicted and hypnotized ever again by the false promise of temporary outer pleasures. You'll be able to really enjoy that decadent slice of chocolate cake or whatever it is, because the temporary joy it gives you will be fed by an eternal spring of pleasure from a deeper well within. You cannot be happy with a serious mind. It doesn't work that way. With a festive mind, you can be happy. Take this whole life as a myth, as a story. It is one. But once you take it this way, you will not be unhappy. I'll show. See, everything depends on each of us going within and staying within. Okay? That's what this is all about. I've shared that you can, all of us have the power to heal our bodies whenever we choose, whatever's wrong with them. But like I've shared, majority of the population of this planet isn't there yet. Most of us, whenever we do not allow ourselves to trust the process of life, we tend to cling to it all along the way. And, whatever word you want to use, worry, stress, fear, anxiety, it is the mind attempting to not create what it doesn't want by obsessing about what it doesn't have or want. Okay? Might be a little confusing. Okay. You tend to cling to it all along the way. Worrying is the mind attempting to not create what it doesn't want by obsessing about what it doesn't have or want. It's unconscious. It's not like we consciously do it. It's an unconscious spin cycle. It is exactly how we manifest more of what we do not want, and is one of the greatest ways to drain our manifesting vibration. If we always think about what we do not want to happen, how much energy is left to focus on what we do want to happen? You ever notice, you may have noticed this, that our minds can become fixated on certain thoughts. patterns and get wrapped around one little idea about what it doesn't want to occur. It can unconsciously, it creates this repetitive, multi-futuristic fear that we often refer to as worrying. And the mind tends to obsess, dwell, and get hooked into whatever it thinks it has to have to be happy, loved, free, important, rich, etc. It especially becomes wrapped around those things it believes it cannot have. So if your mind naturally is an obsessaholic, why not fixate it on feeling what it's like to manifest your dream life? It's a switch, see? You've heard me share a lot about it, is that you're in that mire, and your energies are directed to what? The things that you don't really want to have happen in your life. So where is the energy to focus on the things you do want to have happen in your life? You're spending it in the opposite direction. And an interesting thing about this is, it's all connected. We're conditioned to feel, believe it or not, unconsciously we are conditioned to feel comfortable with that. How often in this life, alone, do you feel uneasy about focusing on things, putting your attention on things? Where attention goes, energy flows. Putting your attention on things that you want to have in your life. How often do you feel uncomfortable with doing that? Or, not only that, how often do you feel doubtful, low trust, not the highest confidence or faith? Now, when you switch gears and you go in the opposite direction to the things that you do not want to have in your life, it seems to be easier. The next time you do that, you should. It is highly recommended that you step back for a moment. Okay, wait. What am I doing? I'm focusing on does it make any sense? I'm focusing on the things I don't want to have in my life. Why would I do that? I want to focus on the things I want to have in my life. Because this is what it's all about. It's about what we want to have in these lives, right? When we come into these bodies. And it's interesting because we really don't, we don't really step away and take a look at it. It's just an unconscious habit. But when we begin to start saying, wait a minute, all I've got to do is switch gears, go in this direction. And it is, for many, in the beginning, uncomfortable. Doesn't feel right. Okay? But you move through it. And eventually, it feels good. It feels really good. It doesn't mean that the other end of it might not seep back in at times. But see, now you know. Why would I spend my time focusing on that? Now, you're not coming down on yourself. You're not judging yourself. You're just saying, wait a minute. You're becoming more aware and clear. I'm going to focus on this over here. And on top of it, you don't have those attachments and expectations of it. Because you know it is going to come to be. That's huge. And you're content, you're satisfied, right, with that. Now, what do you believe would happen if, let's just say that the majority of us on this planet did that? The results would be astronomical. Some people say, oh, it's too involved and it's too complicated. It's just, I'm just, not going to do that, which is silly. Okay. What instigates that? Well, fear of having it come to be. Some of us will do that purposely, but we'll do it unconsciously to stay away from what if it did manifest. The good stuff. What if it did manifest? What would I do? People do this. And they talk themselves out of it. And then unconsciously they're back into focusing on things they don't care, they don't want to have in their lives. Everything with you is about you. Everything. It really doesn't have anything to do with anything out there. Doesn't. We're kind of like, we're walking backwards, okay, instead of walking forward. And are we aware of it? I believe that we are in a certain way. Just talking about it, as I've always said, is halfway there. Acknowledging it is halfway there. Knowing it is huge. How many of us on this planet know that we are omnipotently powerful, supreme manifesting abundant beings that never died, that are in these bodies to create our experiences in a material physical life? And we have no limitations at all. That is magna glorious. It's absolutely stupendous. All of us. It doesn't matter where you're at, what you're doing. It doesn't matter who you think you are. We all have it. There'll come a day on this planet when all we will do is direct our energies to where we want them to be. And we will create right before our eyes. Fascinating, isn't it? And then what we do is we create our lives. Makes sense. There's nothing out there that does it for us. Because everything that's contained within us does it for us. We do it for ourselves. Like one might say, I would like to be in this body, stay in this body, have a high quality of life, highly energetic, and happy and blissful for, let's say, 1,000 years. And you stem that out and you focus on it. And at the same time, you assist the body that you're in. You get to know it intimately. And then you float. And the next thing you know, you're 999 years old. And you're feeling absolutely marvelous. That's the power that we are within these bodies. So it's like, yes, you'll be, the way to put it is this: you'll be a celestial chamber and a broad-range replicator combined. That's what you are anyway. And like I have shared many times, these are being introduced to this particular population, species of this planet Earth, so that they will wake up to the fact and know that they won't need those. It's going to get to the point where they won't need them. They'll be able to do all that stuff. Pretty nifty. Some, it's mind-boggling. We learn that we do not spend our precious time, existence, in the ego mind. It's really draining. It really is. You know, a lot of people will beat themselves up, and then they reach the end cycle, right, where they leave the body. And there's so many things they wanted to do. Still. But they end up being a day late and a dollar short. Because all along, they know that deep within them, I want to be doing this over here, not this. But they still do not this. What we do is we develop trust for ourselves, faith for ourselves, and confidence for ourselves and this universe. We communicate with the God within us and this universe every day. Talk with it. Commune with it. Or act. Become one with it. That's why you hear me share is that wherever you go, whatever you do, whatever you see in this material physical world, that your ego mind says, isn't that beautiful? But your heart mind says, that is the God that I am. It really moves you on track with comprehending that every one of us that are in these physical forms are all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Now, mind you, it is not a run-of-the-mill or regular way to look at things. It's way out there, okay? But it's a fact. Because what we are is we're pure light energy. Really, really super high vibrational frequencies condensed and combined into a bowl of what appears to be light. See, I think a lot of us believe that we have a physical human form. No, we don't. We never did. Why do you think we inhabit physical forms? Right? So we can experience them, because we're not those physical forms. Not in a billion years we're not those physical forms. You put on a suit, you wear it for a while, you take it off. No difference. Some of us have red suits, black suits, blue suits, purple suits. Some of us have, a collage of color suits. I mean, that's what we do. We have these bodies, we put them on, and we experience them. All of it. Great times, not too good times, so on and so forth. Most of the time, we don't know we don't know. All we know is that we look out there and we say, isn't that a beautiful sunset, or isn't that beautiful mountain, or isn't that a beautiful tree, or isn't that, that's just spectacular, right? We do not correlate the fact that it's you. You're that. Well, how can I be that when I'm here and it's over there? That's the illusion of separation. You're not separate. None of us are. You hear me talk about the big hall, the great hall, that we could just go into any time we choose. But the majority don't know how to go there. Okay? That's why everybody on this planet sooner or later is going to be meditating every day. Not because they have to, it's because they want to. And every time they do it, they'll enjoy it. This planet, you'll have the majority of the populace, if not all, eventually, meditate in a place of silence, of being, knowing how powerful you truly are. But not like ego mind, it's totally, purely heart-minded, is that you'll manifest things at the blink of an eye. And they'll be benevolent, blissful, loving, joyful, all in one bag. Now, see, then you start to comprehend when I say this is a God-planet paradise, and the transition is in full swing. Period. And because we've decided, those of us that do decide, that that's what we want, we will manifest it. When you walk this planet's surface, you will come to the total comprehension that you are heaven on this earth. That you are the kingdom of God, the pure consciousness. And it will be automatic. It's not going to be iffy, maybe, this, that, questioning. It'll be exact. And you'll feel it 24/7. And you'll be in heart-mindedness. See, ego mind is a whole different ballgame, as we know. Then you get pompous and arrogant and self-valuing off the charts, which then it disrupts all things outside of you. So we know, and we've learned that, no, it will be heart-mind. We will operate in heart-mindedness. What do you think happens when a civilization discovers in a highly spiritual, evolving state that it really can manifest anything it chooses? No questions. Really, period. Huge. In a state of heart-mind. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body. Focused on your breath rising and falling. This moment contains everything. Surrender to it, and guess what? You'll actually get the whole universe with it. There is an extraordinary depth to any seemingly ordinary life. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. Return here Friday, November 21, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. And after 9:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our reverse-aging health call. Be gentle, kind, generous, humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times. No matter what's going on within you or outside of you. Open your hearts and allow the magic to flow in.